Hi, how's it going? Today we're gonna go over how to draw Ninja Turtles from Mutant Mayhem. We're gonna do the entire team. I'm gonna make it simple and easy and step by step for you to follow along with me. So let's jump right into the video and stay to the very end. Let's get started.
Okay, so let's get started with the top of Leonardo's head. All right, curving down right here for the mask area, the top of the mask. Alrighty, locating it there, pulling outward over here for the eye and the other eye. They have very different eyes in this version, I noticed. Mutant Mayhem here, curve down underneath, and curve down underneath right here. I like these designs a lot, by the way, especially compared to the Michael Bay designs. I wasn't a huge fan of the Michael Bay designs. I thought they looked really weird. I mean, I get why they had to do what they had to do, but I was like, man, I don't know. Also, don't forget, hit the like button if you do like this sort of thing. It does help the channel out, and I humbly appreciate it if you can. Curve underneath. All right, we're gonna go over here to the side of the mask, curving around here. Kind of like that little bump, right? Because there's several different bumps as they tie the mask. A little bump, and then over here to the other side of the bump there. Sweet. And the reason we have the bump in the center is because that's going to be his, the snout in the center part. Curve around the side. Curve around the other side over here on the side of his face. Whew. Curve underneath for his mouth. He is relatively making an expression there, really angry expression. Curve over here, he's gritting his teeth, but his nose is in the way of that. He's gritting his teeth, or his, I don't know what you call it, this little, like, I always just call it a snout, that part in the front there. Curve underneath the face, and now you have Leonardo's face, boom. Curve downward, or not even curve, sorry, line downward right here toward his neck. That's actually the one biggest mistake I keep saying in a lot of these, is that people don't draw the Ninja Turtles' necks. I've noticed sometimes. We're gonna have the mask hanging around the side of his head, the side of his neck right there. Like, excuse me. Sorry about that, I didn't get enough sleep. Pulling outward over here, and we're gonna curve for the kind of musculature over there on the far side of the arm. Down right here for the plate in the front, right? The turtle stomach. It's more or less just a square, to be honest. We draw like a thin, it's chopped up into pieces, essentially. Well, there is basically bridges in the middle. And a ridge across. And then a circle right here for his belt, right? Where he's going to have the letter L in the middle of it. So another circle. And an L. I forgot who requested this. Somebody requested this on live, and I am doing it. I completely forgot the name. I forgot who, basically, but I wrote it down, and whoever said, claim it, say it, guys. Forgive me. Tell me in the comments who recommended it. Line over here for the other side of the belt, and continue over here for kind of where the belt latches, right? If you put on a belt for anything, you've seen the latch. And the rest of the belt right there. All right, let's keep moving here. Gonna keep moving downward right here for the arm, kind of the bicep area. Curving over here, and then like for the deltoid, deltoid being the shoulder, continue to go downward for the other bicep. Curve on the side here for the kind of the strap that he has, the elbow pad. So we're making room for the elbow pad on one side. Lines across the elbow pad, as there's flexion on the inside of the arm especially, and line over here on this side. Out here for the forearm, and line over here. He is mad, right? He is just looking at the camera. He is upset. He is really upset. Oh, Leo. Going downward a little bit more. And right here, finding the lower part of that front side. Essentially, I think you can call this the shell, right? It's like basically the belly part of the turtle shell. Line down here for the leg. On one side, he's standing there heroically. Line over here for the other. Curve over here. And that is usually for the quad shape right there. Quad. Okay, let's take a quick break and talk about the Cute Drawing ebook, Cute Starter. This will teach you pretty much everything you need to know about how to make your characters adorable and chibi. So what is cute exactly, right? I would say 90% of it is in the proportions, and they're mostly the same. And I'm gonna go over them with you step by step. Larger head, larger eyes, smaller body, but in what facet? I have some charts here. These are visual guides. So this will guide you on your journey, and it's pretty much non-reading. There's hardly any reading in this. And the cool part is once you learn these proportions, you're gonna know them forever. And that's the best part about it. So this is 100% free. I offer it to you. Go down to the description, click the link, download it, and let me know what you think about the ebook. Quadriceps, a muscle, curve outward. Don't forget, if you like learning how to draw anything, hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification. There's no downside. I go over tons of different things, tons of different requests. Anything you can think of, I probably have it on a playlist over here. Go take a look at it. Definitely hit the subscribe, click the bell notification. There's no downside at all. You can always unsubscribe later if you need to. Anyways, thank you. All right, curve right here for the thumb folding in. And, his knuckle right there, folding over that. Continue for another knuckle right there. And another, or I guess you can call them phalanges, essentially, right? Or metatarsals. No, metatarsals, metacarpals. I forget. I'm sorry. All right. Going out over here, finding the sword. So the bottom end of the sword right there, putting that square next to another square for the most part. He's grabbing a tube. And we're going to pull this line up, outward, right on, down. Then we have to pull that line back. All right, let's see if we can do that. Right on, pull that line back. Sweet. And a line in the middle, because there is a little bit of a difference in shape on that sword. Down over here for the knee pad, right? Some crinkling around the edges there. Line underneath. Line around here for the other knee pad. Crinkling around the sides, just kind of like zigzagging for the most part. And down for that lower shin, right? And it's gonna vignette out. Vignette meaning it's gonna fade into nothing, right? And it's just gonna be fine. You wanna vignette stuff like in the middle of the shin and stuff like that. Like the middle of like don't do it on a joint. It's just gonna look odd. Okay, down right here for the hand on the other side. So we got the thumb right there folding back. Let's find the other portion of the sword. Let's see, right here. The finger wrapping around that, the other finger wrapping around that. All right. Downward and square. And let's draw the sword over here. This one might go off the page, but we're gonna try to bend it so it doesn't fly off the page. Just kind of cheat it. Out over here. And down there as well. And another, let's see. Yeah, looking good so far. Right on. So far, so good. We're going to draw all 4 of these guys. So, buckle up. All right. Line out over here. We're going to start with kind of like the other portion of his arm. So, his arm's going to be in the back. Curve around. Line over here on the side of the mouth, and line around the other side of the mouth. This is going to be Raph, by the way. Curve over here. So we're basically following the exact same thing as Leonardo's face, where you got that big portion in the middle, and you got Raphael's, mask, except his mask is going to cover his whole head. He's wearing like a straight up, there's no, it's not just across the face right there. It's like totally over his head. Line over here for the eyes. He's making a relatively stern appearance, probably because he wants his pizza, right? And line down over here to find his eyes. Very good, Raph. Yeah. Alrighty. Line over here. He's kind of making sure those are well done. And now we're going to look at him. Okay, we know the positioning of where he's going to be now. And that's kind of why I wanted to draw his arm first, to kind of see if he's going to be close enough. Make sure it's close enough. This is the handle of the sai, right? His weapon. That's the handle. And he is holding it backwards. So there's a sai right there. There's a pointy part of the sai. And then there's going to be the other part of the sai, right? Sweet. It's cool too. I just read a book about the guy that was in the outfit in the 90s Ninja Turtles movies. I think for Raphael. It's really cool. I recommend it. I forgot what it was called though. Curve. Line over here for up the arm. And line right there for the shoulder area. Out over here now, we're going to find the rest. Oh, it's the other side of the shell for the most part. The front side of his shell. I don't know what you call that. If somebody knows what to call the front side of the turtle shell, let me know. Because I would say, I guess the shell is really just the back, right? But I always think of like the front could be the front of the turtle shell. So let me know in the comments, because that'll help me out. We're going to draw his lettering on his belt. Continue to move forward. We're going to draw that R right there. That R, and line across. And line across. Like so. All right, lines across the chest area, we can call it. Down over here for the deltoid on the far side. Deltoid's shoulder. And down the arm there. Sweet. So far, so good. Line up. Line around the corner over here for that other part of the shell there. Down. And then we have the bottom. So far, so good. All right, and let's go down to the leg. You have the quad there a little bit. And we're gonna find the end of that portion of the leg before the actual knee pad comes into it, which we're about to do right now. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. Sweet, and we got the calf here on this side a little bit. Line over here on this side, for his leg hidden behind there. A little bit. Line up for the rest of the leg. And it lines right here, kind of to show a bit of his turtle shell, which we'll get to the turtle shell portion. Finish off his finger right there, and he's holding the sai at a certain direction. All right. And line over here for a little bit of that shell. So go over here, line for the shell, edge of the shell. And over here. All right, sweet. Line across the bottom, because that's still the bottom portion of the shell. And let's find his shell. Let's find Leonardo's shell. Curve here, curve here. See it around there. See it around the sides, and see it all over. Yeah, cool. Between his leg area and his other portion. Right there. Looks like he's like a, I don't know, bread on his shoulders or something. Downward over here for Raphael's other hand, and it's going to be down. Like I said, if you like these long drawing lessons, really tell me. Say, hey, that's cool. I'm glad you went through the whole thing step by step. Or you're like, oh, can you make this a little quicker? Whatever it is that you like, okay? Down, and we're drawing the fingers right there for his other hand. Maybe a little anger right there, a little bit of scrunching in his mask. And let's not forget the other knee pad to make it very even. We want to make it very even. Okay, let's start with the other turtles over here. I'm going to go down to this area. All right, and then we're going to continue on. Let's kind of push this, you know. I understand that. All right. Finding the shape right here. Again, you're kind of looking for that Ninja Turtle snout, right? That is a very big indicator of what's going on. All right, going over here, underneath the neck. Underneath the head. When you find the eye, and at this point, you know, if you've drawn the other two, this is pretty simple, right? You're more or less kind of just drawing the exact same head over and over again with, you know, differences within, you know, the differences basically in the types they're in. You know, like the mask is over Raph's head, stuff like that. These guys' heads look pretty similar, I think, in general. In general, obviously there's small differences, but in general, unlike the Michael Bay ones, right? They're completely different. Where they went all out on that one. Like again though, in the Michael Bay ones, they look gross in my opinion. I don't know. Give me. What is your guys' favorite Ninja Turtle look? Do you guys like the Michael Bay ones? Maybe I'm off. Maybe you guys love it. Let me know. Like, let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear it. Going down. Curve over here to the front. Again, it's almost like we're drawing the exact same thing, right? Circle right here. And when you do this, it's going to seem much easier than you think. Like it gets easier and easier after each iteration. And that's the kind of cool part about this whole thing is you're drawing 4 turtles and it gets easier and easier after each one. But yeah, good stuff. Curve over here for the bicep. Keep going down. Drawing the elbow pads. I don't know if there's room for Michelangelo's weapon though, so I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, and you're gonna recognize him from the M on his insignia. Alrighty. Going in. Going down to the bottom more. And leg, and then the other leg. And yeah, at this point it's like clockwork, you know, you could line under there. Shell on the back here. And there you go. Line right here, down the wrist. And line right there for the hand. Good stuff. That's Michelangelo there. All right, now we need Donatello in the back. We need Donnie the dork, Donnie the nerd. I mean, I'm a nerd, right? So I can't really, you know, but he's like the smart, you know, stereotypical nerd from the 80s. Line over here. Alrighty. Going for the eye shape. Very square eyes in a lot of these guys. The eye shape themselves. Going over here. Right, the bandana. Curve right here to the mouth. We want him to grit his teeth. We want Donnie to have some attitude. Also, I never asked this, and if you guys actually, you know, if you guys hear this, what is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Because for me, it's Raphael. It's always been Raphael. He's like the rogue, you know. He's just that kind of dude. Raphael's always been my favorite. I read the comic, The Last Ronin, the Ninja Turtle book. Amazing. I recommend it. If you've never read it, read that comic book. So good, so good. The Last Ronin. Okay, with Donnie though, he's got like these headphones around his neck. Line down. All right, around the belt, far side shoulder. And the cool part about Donnie is you don't really need that much because he's hidden behind everybody, right? He's behind everybody. Down over here for the headband is kind of gliding in the wind. And there you go. That's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys. You're amazing. If you stuck around this long, my gosh, you are so cool. You are the coolest person. You're my hero if you stuck around this long. You're awesome. And yeah, I want to thank you very much. And hopefully you have an amazing time, an amazing day. But yeah, that's pretty much the turtles right there. Just adding a couple little details, lines here, lines there. And there we go.